Good evening, guys. Hope you are all well. Good to hear, South. Good to hear. I've had a very busy, frustrating day. First Norwich, and now I'm looking at this Burnley save, thinking, oh, this is not going well. But it's actually not going too bad. We are in 11th place, but we are 11 points behind Manchester United at the top. But hey ho, we're not a very good side, and if we can finish mid-table, I'll be more than happy. And can you hear me well enough, guys? Is the stream looking good? Just let me know if you're experiencing any problems at all. Hey, Matty. You're currently doing your very first save on FM Touch. Yeah, I mean, is that the one that's for... No, it's not FM on the phone, is it? That's a computer one. I think I did download FM Touch many years ago. And yeah, if you don't have a lot of time, Nintendo, if you don't have a lot of time for the detail, then it's great. And one of the things that I found since I've been doing YouTube is the amount of attention to detail I put in is minimal. And sometimes I forget how to play this game, because when you're actually just rushing through game after game after game, then it's easy to forget actually what you actually do in order to play this game. And somebody asked me in the comments on one of the Burnley saves, I think the last one that we did, somebody said good video and all that sort of stuff, and then asked a question: do you share your tactics, your training schedules? And the funny thing is, the idea when I set this up was that I was going to really take my time, look under the bonnet and do all that stuff, but I've kind of left it to the assistant manager. But there is also a system in what I'm doing, so just walk through that. Because if you look at the tactic, then the tactic is a fluid counter-attack. In other words, it's a short passing and movement kind of tactic. So I will ask the assistant to do the training based on that. So we will do a fluid counter-attack. But you will notice that I modify things. Excited for FM24? Yes and no. I think that most of the effort's going to be put into 25, and that they will skim over 24 a little bit. Same as they did with FM23. They skimmed over it a little bit, I think, in order to get it up for the PlayStation. Having got it on the PlayStation now, what they will do is they'll want 25 to be really good, which does worry me, even though they have said some aspects of 25 will be tested and tried in FM24. It does worry me that this will be kind of like celebrating the end of an era, as it was, and it won't change very much. I don't know. Hopefully it will, but I worry that it won't. So excited. I'm always excited when there's a new release. I love to see what they've done and what they haven't done. But I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see. There's still a few months off yet. I'm still getting to grips with the idiosyncrasies of FM23. FM23 has so many odd things that go on. So yeah, I do like... with my training, if the guy is going to be watching when we're offline, for this, I'm just asking the assistant to do it, but I'm tweaking it where it needs to be tweaked. So, for example, everything that I'm training is to do with the style of play that we're playing. Normally, I would see the first day as doing your physical stuff, your fitness and your conditioning, and then we're looking at doing your more important stuff, your stuff that is aligned to your tactic, your passing, your distribution. We'll do all that on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then on Thursday we'll have, if I go to the next month, you'll see I've put one in here. I would normally do resistance, then a little bit of outfield, which will cover all the attributes. These blue ones are very good to cover all attributes. and possession, of course, because we are a possession-based team, and we're working the ball into the box, so it's a slow engagement into the box. So I just want them to be doing patient attacking stuff, working together in their units. And then because we're pressing, we're going to be doing a lot of pressing work that will be done. So at the beginning of the week, I look at fitness conditioning, and then I look at the tactic, basically, and learning the tactic and getting to grips with the tactic. And then I will do a day of set pieces. It's just a fun day for them, but it also improves our set pieces. And then on Friday or Thursday, whichever day of the weekend it happens to be, I will do this looks like a rest day. It's not. This is match preparation training, and I'll put stuff in here if I was doing it myself that pertains to the Chelsea game. So there probably would be a lot of defending training going on in here. Perhaps if I find out that they're good at corners, there'd be defending corners in here. There would definitely be some ground defense in there because they are very quick. So this would be a day that's dedicated to combating Chelsea. And then the day before is tactics for the match and a match preview. The day after, always a recovery and a match review. And so that's it for my training, basically. I split it into... Basically, it's about fitness conditioning, it's about attribute development, player development, it's about tactical awareness, and then finally the weekends with match preparation. So if anybody is thinking of doing that, that's the way I do it. Fitness conditioning, and then into tactical awareness, and then we will do the match preparation at the end. In between here, you'll have attribute development as well. These blue ones are very, very good for attribute development. And if we look at this overall, look at how many attributes are actually being developed in there. There's a ton of them. So those blue ones are very good for attribute development. So that's basically, if he is watching, who asked the question last time, then that's pretty much how I would do the training. I did promise a video on setting up training, and I will do it when I've got a minute. When I've got an hour or two to spare, we'll put that one together. So today, aim for FM24 is to be more realistic. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here, Middlesbrough. Like if we just look at what happened last time, lost to West Ham, Brighton, lost to Wolves, and then beat Newcastle and Manchester City. And we should be looking at these four fixtures, and we should be thinking, all right, Crystal Palace, Fulham, Bournemouth, Aston Villa, Watford. We should be hopefully picking up points here. But because we've got Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United, Tottenham, Leeds and Arsenal, Man City in a run there, you'd hope that we should be picking up points here. But my guess is that what will happen is we'll not pick up points here, but we'll pick up points here. And that is this kind of story of FM23. You pick up points where you're not expecting to pick up points, but where you would like to target games like these 4 games. Probably we'll be lucky to get 4 points out of this. It's quite a strange FM, this 23. You're right, Middlesbrough. There are a lot of idiosyncrasies, a lot of strange things that happen. In the Norwich save, we're doing at the moment, we have had... We've played, I don't know how many games now, but in the first 5 games, no strikers scored a goal. And it's like these guys have been banging in goals for 5 seasons. We've like Wilden 35 to 45 goals every season. This season, 0. And there's a lot of odd things that go on. And when one striker fails, they all fail. That's a nightmare at the moment. But it is a puzzle, and you need to find a way to get out of the spots that it puts you in. So, I mean, that's part of the enjoyment of the game. I think if you don't suffer the frustration, then you don't get to enjoy the success at the end. And everybody wants to enjoy that success, but you're not going to taste that until you've had the frustration and the disaster, and it makes the success all the sweeter. Um, yeah, Matty. What's my favourite FM? I think 22. I really loved playing 22. It's gone backwards a little bit, I think, in this one. But I really loved 22. I thought it was awesome. So let's go and play Crystal Palace. And I'm trying to think about how we should play. I think just carry on with what we were doing. If this was good enough for Manchester City, then it's got to be good enough for Crystal Palace. I can't see anything that we're doing there that would be a cause for concern. So if this is good enough for City, it's good enough for... He wants to play Churlin instead of Leonardo, but I'm going to go with Leonardo. I thought Leonardo did well in the last game on the wing. I'm going to leave him to do the instructions. But all this nonsense now. We've got to carry on from where we left off. I'm going to add a few. Look at this. He's such a nutcase. I'll actually have a look at this. I don't want to hard tackle him, because my winger isn't that great in terms of tackling, but I think we can close him down and put him onto his left foot. It's like, he is such an aggressive guy. He must have been a bully when he was at school. Must have been. I don't feel like we want to close down the centre-backs. He's got pace, so maybe we'll just turn him onto his right foot. No need to hard tackle him. Just like... turn him onto his right foot. And these three players are the main players in the team. It's these three players you need to look after. These are the players that need marking. He's going to need marking. He's very creative. And his decisions are very, very good. So we need someone on him all the time, not giving him any space at all. So we are just going to tight mark him and turn him onto his left foot. We don't want to hard tackle him. Just turn him onto his left foot. These guys can also be very creative. Fofana, he's not so creative, and I think probably because he lacks pace. He's got decent pace, but we'll close him down. I've got a man, it depends which side of the field he's playing, Fofana. Yeah, I've got a man here who's very good at closing down. So what we'll do with him is just close him down. Hard tackle him, why? He's strong, he's brave, he's aggressive. Why would we want to hard tackle him? So we'll just close him down and just not engage him too much. And then on this side of the field, I have a player who's good at tight marking. So for Eze, he is a creative player, so we'll tight mark him. And yeah, and maybe, no, he's very, very strong. We won't start by hard tackling. He's not very brave, but we'll just tight mark him at the moment. We don't want too many of these, and we'll see how that goes. We might decide that he warrants a hard tackle later on. These boys are fast, so we don't want to be rushing at these, giving them space. And my fullback's probably strong enough. He's not very brave, so we'll, yeah, right foot and hard tackle him. I think my fullback on the left hand side is good. On the left hand side is good enough to be hard tackle him, so we'll do that. He's strong enough. We'll check that though before we go. Again, we've got the same thing. He's very strong, but he's not very brave. But we really need to be thinking about closing him down and turning him onto his left foot. At the moment, I'll leave that off. We'll just close him down, turn him onto his left foot. I think it was Zaha. He does have a, a decent cross on him, but I'd rather not. He's cutting in onto his right foot. Edouard, decent pace. He's not very good on his left foot. He's good dribbler, so I don't want to tight mark him. I don't want to tight mark Edouard, not at the early doors. We'll just turn him onto his left foot. The thing to think about is, do we have a player who's good enough to do it? Amadozic is probably good enough to do it, but I want him to cover rather than be doing the tight marking. McNally is not good enough to be doing that kind of tight marking, and so we're not going to bother. And we'll just stay off him. And we needed to check the fullbacks. We have plenty of pace, and the fullbacks. Strength 11 is not bad, but yeah, maybe I need to be looking at these both wingers and saying don't hard tackle, because our players are not strong enough. Olise is quite strong, although he's not very brave. I think we need to be saying not to hard tackle. And so that's how I would set that up. When my scouting report says to watch out for the opposition striker, I'll set one of my centre-backs to mark. Tight marking, you've always got to make sure that that player can do it. Like, can he mark a player? Now, if I look at Amadozic, he's got marking of 13, anticipation of 16, concentration's very, very important, of 14, and makes good decisions. His positioning is quite good as well. So he said, nice to meet you, mate. And so he is probably capable of doing a marking job. And I probably would ask him to mark a striker, but not at the beginning, because I'm looking at his pace. And if the striker has 15 or 16 pace, and I'm right up next to him all the time, he could turn me, especially if he's got good balance and he's got good agility. He could turn this player quite easily if he's tight to him. And the other thing that I would worry about is his dribbling. If he's a really good dribbler, do I want to get really close to him? And if my agility and balance isn't that great, he's going to dribble past me. So you'd have to be, I think, much better as a defender to... This is why I don't tight mark unless I'm absolutely sure that these boys can do it. And you'll see that often during the game, your assistant manager would say he's finding lots of space in the area, you need to be tight marking him. But I've also know that the answer to that is no, I don't need to be tight marking him, because his dribbling skills and his pace are far too dangerous for me to be getting that close to him. So your assistant doesn't read the opposing attributes, he just sees him as getting lots of space. So one of the reasons that I get a lot of success is opposition instructions and reading these opposition instructions. And knowing when to do something and when not to do it. And my assistant manager is still saying we've got nothing to lose here. So we'll go with that, because generally he does make a good shout on these. So we'll say we're going to make me proud, make a difference. And these are games I would expect to win now, but the way this save is playing out, probably we'll be lucky to get 4 points from these games. And oh, what a shot that was. And there is one thing in FM that I do hope that they are going to take out. I'm going to do a wish list video. The number of times that teams hit the woodwork is just absolutely unbelievable. And in one of my Norwich games, I think that the woodwork was hit 12 times. And it's totally unrealistic and really needs to be taken out. Teams do not hit the woodwork 5 or 6 times during a game. And that needs to change. And also, when the ball does hit the woodwork, it doesn't bounce back properly. The ball physics isn't right. So change that, please, FM. It's not right. But look like we're in control of this game so far. We've had most of the possession. We're passing it around. It looks pleasant on the pitch. Leonardo getting into space. Oh, come on, referee. Penalty. Look at Leonardo. He's making the most of this. And oh, referee, I'm in so much pain. It's like, do we have a penalty? I think that should be a penalty. My save with local team Oakhampton. Promoted, then lose all my games and finish 20th. Blimey. What happened there? Musa scored. Yeah, I think it's about when you get promoted, and I've done a video on this in the A to Z of Football Manager. If you find that playlist, it's the very first one I did. A is for attacking. And it's a kind of misnomer. It's mistitled because it's not about attacking. It's about how to survive, really, when you are promoted. And the kind of attributes that you're looking for when you get promoted. And we did apply it to Burnley, and we did survive, just about. There are attributes that you need in order to survive. And you need to, when you forget technical brilliance, you're not going to be able to afford them, guys. Forget anything else other than the attributes I highlight. And there's about 5 or 6 of them, which will help any team to survive. Fill your teams up with those attributes. So my advice, Middlesbrough, would be have a look at that video, which is in the A to Z. It's called A is for attacking. But it's not about attacking. It's about how do you create eventually a team that will go out and attack and win things. And it is very difficult when you get promoted. And if the mental attributes are not right, then you're going to struggle. But we are not struggling here at the moment. We are really putting Palace to the sword here. And we are running at them. We're creating chances. But we're only a goal up. And that does kind of worry me always. Yeah, definitely keeping me on my toes tonight, Gobby. I haven't got a clue what's going on in the game. But that's probably about standard for me. Musa's in again. Oh, and we've hit the bar again. And this has got to stop, FM. Teams do not hit the crossbar this much. Hit the crossbar maybe once a game on average, if that. They don't hit the crossbar 3 or 4 times a game. Take it out. It's better just blast it over the crossbar. That's what they normally do, or wide of the post. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to make it more exciting, but it's not natural. It's not real. Oh, that Nathan Uzi. I signed him, didn't I? And I just noticed he was in the squad. Thought give him a game. Give him a game. Gobby, I'm looking forward to your live stream. Is it tomorrow? That'd be good. Guys, Gobby is doing his very first live stream tomorrow. Give him a nice plug. Pop along. I think it's 7:30 Friday. Pop along. Share the love. He's been a very good stalwart of my live streams. I will be there. And I think we should all pop along for an hour or so and keep him company. It's going to be a very nervous time for him. He's never done live streams before. So let's all pop along and share the love. And Gobby, just be yourself. Just be natural and forget FM23. It's just like you saw what's happening there. The game was going on. I didn't in the end have a clue what was going on the pitch. Just enjoy yourself, talk to people, and have a good time. And thanks, Middlesbrough. Let's all get round there, share the love, and we'll have a good time. I might even bring a beer myself, Gobby. It's my turn to watch someone else suffer. We're doing well. Is anybody not doing well? That's the key. Jamal Lewis, he's not been a good signing, actually. He's a good player, but he just doesn't seem to be cutting it at the moment. Should I maybe make him a wing back? Just try him as a wing back. See if that makes any difference. Maybe he doesn't like being a full back on support. Let's just make him a wing back on attack. And I'll be asking my central defenders to do a job, though. I'm going to ask these guys to ease off the tackle a little bit, as well as Lewis. Ease off the tackles, just go and attack. Let's see if he plays a little bit better. But I am concerned that we might start giving away space. But overall, we seem to have dominated this game. We're doing well. Let's keep going. I'm happy with your solid defensive work. And let's go and make a nuisance of ourselves, boys. Oof, there is a highlight from the kickoff. Are you excited about tomorrow, Gobby? Or nervous? How are you feeling? You'll be fine. Oh, come on, FM. How did I know that was going to happen? 1-0 up, never enough. And because it's games you're expecting to win, maybe that was an error, putting him as a wing back. That was just totally defensive. They weren't focused. They were totally caught. That's a blow. And we were just like totally hammering them. Totally destroying them. But they are looking to work that right hand side now, aren't they? The switch to attacking as a wing back better work in an attacking sense. That's a dreadful pass. But the goalkeeper's miles out of his goal there. And here come Palace. They're going to win this, aren't they, Palace? They're actually looking very good at the moment. And we are looking very shambolic. Yeah, they're going to win this. I don't actually know what to do here. I think what I'm going to do is drop the line back a little bit, because we are looking very, very fragile at the moment. Where did this come from Palace? They're playing the same way. They haven't changed anything, and we're still actually hammering them. But there it is. There's the stat. 14 shots, only 3 on target. And that's why it is where it is. So let's make some changes. Who's not playing very well? Jamal Lewis. He's having an awful game. So it's not about being a fullback on support. That's what we need to do. So Jamal Lewis needs to come off. Oh, isn't that brilliant, though? I don't really have a left back. I'll have to bring Callum Roberts on as the left. No, we'll bring Babaraman on. I do have a left back. I do have some serious injuries as well, which isn't helping. 4 key players are now out. McNally's having a poor game as well. Oh boy. Creatively, we seem to be doing okay in the creative department, and up front Musa's got a 7. So I don't think we need to panic as such yet. Leonardo's playing well. So I don't think we need to actually panic as yet. Just wait for tired players. I demand more, because this is not good enough. But there you go. You expect points to happen here. They're not going to happen. We'll just get our points with the Manchester United and Liverpool when we're totally not expecting them. Greguera's tired now. This is where I am struggling. is in midfield. I don't have replacements in midfield. All my midfielders, or 3 of them, are injured. Masuega is tired. Leonardo is tired now. Who can I bring on? Where is Lee? Oh, he's injured, isn't he? Cherlanov can come on for Leonardo. Larson, can I bring anybody on for Larson? I don't think so. He has to stay on. Espria. Can't bring anybody on for Espria either. Nathan, maybe we can bring on Costinha for Nathan. I'm a bit disappointed again, but I live my life disappointed playing this game. Yeah, I wouldn't be a bag of nerves and just enjoy it, Gobby. Things will go wrong. I remember my first one was a disaster. Luckily, nobody was in here. Only had one person. Oh, is this where Palace are going to win it, is it? Wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised. Oh, Muric, how did you do that? He made up for his error there. It was a dreadful error. And I'm not happy with this team. They just let it go in the second half. We've hammered them, in fact, possession-wise, and in terms of XG and attempts on goal. I guess we're just not. You should have won that game. That's what I'm going to tell them. That was terrible. My assistant wanted me to let them off. Oh boy, 11th place still. I mean, these are games we should win, but we're not going to be allowed to. And then we'll go and win these silly games. Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham. This is a part of the game I don't like. I don't know what it's trying to prove. What it's trying to do. Not really quite sure. So you'd think Fulham, Bournemouth, Brentford. These are we should be getting results. We won't. And as I said, I think we'll get 4 points from those games. The FM23 has gone backwards, in my opinion. And in the Norwich save, very, very strange things are happening in the Norwich save. Very, very strange things. Which don't make any sense to me at all. But there we go, a draw is a draw. The board and the fans said it would be a draw, so I'm not in control of that, Middlesbrough. YouTube control that. I am monetized, and in fact, I've just got some money through from YouTube, so there will be another 30 quid going into the Just Giving page. The ads basically are down to you guys. Most people, including myself, when I watch YouTube, just click that skip ad. And if you skip ad, it's usually 1 or 2, so it counts as one advert. If you don't click skip ad, then it will go on to the second ad. And the more adverts that people view, the more money I will get paid. I get paid by 1,000 views of an advert, which is, and it doesn't amount to much. But because if people just click skip ads, then it only counts as 1 rather than the 2 ads that they try to show. I don't control that. I've watched back live streams for the whole 2 hours myself once, and there were about 18 or 20 adverts during that during that 2 hours. So I was just not clicking skip ad and letting them run. But I don't think that my own views actually count. So yeah, I mean, I don't control that, Middlesbrough. You guys control that. And when you see ads, that's a good thing, because it means that advertisers are starting to trust my videos, which is a good thing. But, it's an international break now, isn't it? We need to just rush through this international break. In the international break, just as a matter of, because we were talking about training earlier on, what I've decided to do is very physical stuff. So I want them working with physical stuff. They were... Now, where is it? No, it's not the international break now. What am I talking about? Is it? No. So when the international break does come along, I've decided to... Fitness is everything in terms of their training. So where is... there it is. So with the... No, it's not there, is it? Oh, yeah, that's correct, yeah. Because in the first week, they're going to be doing tactical stuff. No, that's not the international break. Where is it? I've screwed this up, haven't I? I've got it in the wrong place. I'll have to have a look at that. Because in the international break, I want them doing physical training. Stuff like endurance, which will be handy for the end of the season. Resistance for their strength. So, yeah, I need to sort that out. I've messed that up a little bit. I'm quite sure, because I'm probably not focused. Norwich drawing with Man United. We're down in 12th now. This is not good. Although we have got worse than last season, according to the media, we are a worse team than last season. Because we're now... Last season we were predicted to finish, I think, 13th. Now we're this season 15th. So we're apparently a worse team than we were last season. Never been to Exeter. Never been to Exeter, Middlesbrough. Should I go? Why would I want to go to Exeter? There's a university there, isn't there? What else is at Exeter? Oh, we gone down again? No. We're 5 points above the relegations. It's like a relegation battle again, this. And we shouldn't be in a relegation battle. But I'm just wondering, is it because Burnley, the save has decided that Burnley are going to be poor starters to the season? Is that what this is about? Every save has a particular challenge, and maybe this one is that this team are just going to start each season really badly. Norwich, on the other hand, start every season like a rocket. They are just like, wow. But then come Christmas time, we get ourselves into problems. But we start at Norwich every season. We like out of the blocks. Apart from this season. I've only got two viewers in here now. Or is it just YouTube? Even a Starbucks. Oh my God. Do you live in Exeter, Middlesbrough? Danilo's back to training. So you enjoy living there? Oh, yeah. Do I remember that? I don't think I remember that one, Gobby. Maybe before I started following. Maybe before my time. I don't remember Exeter. Here's a problem in the training. See, I still think my assistant's going in here and changing things. What is he doing? Did I set this up this way? Oh, it is an international break, isn't it? But at least we don't have too many players on international duty, and that's an indication that we're not very good. We need to scout that. The under-20s and Asian Cup. Who do I have available? Probably all of them. Bonnet, 12 and 12. Who's this guy? Wasn't 11 and 11. My scouts are not very good, are they? Yeah, I can see Gobby's having a go at me again already. I actually think I might just give that to the assistant to do. So we want to be sending Bonnet off here. Just looking for young kids. And we'll add... And then Bonnet. I can't believe this board will not allow me to add any more scouts. Really, that's really bad, that. I like a Premier League club. Okay, that'll do. Should under 20s, you never know what you're going to find in these under 20 competitions. Anything with an under 20s, especially the South America under 21s and under 20s. And who's next? Leonardo's trained well. Good job. Going to watch the Exeter save on Gobby's channel. That's a good idea. How did you get on with Exeter, Gobby? Oh, these are silly questions. Of course I'm going to be happy. What am I going to be saying? I'm dreadfully unhappy that he scored. Are reporters really that daft? Lowest crime rate in the UK. Well, that is something to be proud of. That is something that is definitely worth being proud of. Although we don't get a lot of crime around here in Nap Hill where I live. It's just a little village, and we don't see much crime. At least we don't seem to. But then I don't go out very much, so I'm not likely to see it even if it happened. Well, we're getting our players back into training during this international break. Let's have a look who's still injured. He's back in training. Lee is still injured. He will be back within the next few days as well. So, did you grow up there, Middlesbrough, or are you at university there? Yeah, I would preferably have swapped those around, but not to worry. Ah, okay. I was actually born in Wales. No, I was actually born in England, Warrington. I lived in Wales for when I was growing up. But in between, when I was, what was I? Yeah, I was 10 when we moved to Singapore. So I spent 2 years in Singapore before going back to Wales. And then I had to get out of Wales because there was no work there. If he's showing no improvement, get rid of him. If it's no longer a weakness, it means he's improving. And we don't want it to be just no longer a weakness. We want it to get stronger. Okay, let's hope that those major injuries are out of the way now. Fulham, we need to get a result here. Like, come on, FM. This is another team at the bottom of the league. You're expecting 3 points here. It won't give it to me because I know exactly what's going to happen. I'm pretty sure that we're not going to get much from these games here. But then when come Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United, we'll just surprise everybody and get 9 points or something. I think the way this is working out, it's just kind of saying that it's really saying this team they are just poor starters, and Christmas time comes and we'll pick up. He wants to play Phillips. I agree with him. McNally's had his chance. But I want Amadozic in. And we'll put Phillips in. I think Nathan didn't do that well. Costinha can come back into the team. Jamal Lewis didn't play very well. So we will go with Kirkin. Needs to get much fitness. Gregera and Maswega, happy with those two. Larson, how did he play last time, Larson? 6.7. He didn't play that badly. Cherlanov played quite well in his international games. So I'm going to play him as a winger. Doesn't really matter whether you play them as a winger or an inverted winger because it's just about using that space. So I think we'll play him as a winger. So he can come into the team. Keep Leonardo. He played well in the last game. Asprilla and Musa. Keep those. Asprilla's very tired though, isn't he? Did he get an injury, Asprilla, or something? He's very, very tired. I don't think he's going to make it. Draw. They're expecting a draw. I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to forget about this staffing nonsense. I know you guys just want to get through. The what? Staff hiring. We'll keep those. So hiring and firing Burnley scouting staff. I'm going to delegate that one. Hiring and firing the medical staff. We'll delegate that. And the loan manager. Coaching staff as well. So we'll forget about all this just to get through the game quicker. FM22, Gobby. Right. Probably I wasn't following them. I think I only caught you during 23. Asprilla. Have I got enough money? I'd like to keep Asprilla. 1294. Yeah, we can probably offer him a new contract. But we'll try and avoid it. Let's have a look. How does he feel about me? He's quite good with me. But he has no strong feelings about the squad support for the manager, which is not good. His agent is friendly with me. And who's his favourite player? Who is his favourite player? Amadozic. Although it doesn't talk about him being a leader, it talks about him being able to organise the defence. But he does feel the club's position has a lot to do with my influence. Is he saying that I'm a crap manager? Because we're only in 12th. What shall I go straight? I'm going to go straight to him. That's good. That's quick chat. Good. That was a good choice. Go straight to him. Because the other two things didn't seem right to me. So that seemed to work out nicely. So McNally, Danilo, Lee is available for 60 minutes, Kirk in 45 minutes, and maybe I can't play Kirk in from the start. Maybe we got to be thinking maybe Babaraman from the start. Shall I try Jamal Lewis again? Yeah, try Jamal Lewis. I wanted to sell Babaraman, didn't I? But he refused to go. Let's try Babaraman. Do it. Oh no, you don't want to do what the Bellegarde for Asprilla. That's probably a good move, actually. Asprilla. So let's put Bellegarde in for Asprilla. Probably a good move. He's saying a couple of days ago with a short but good save, I think Dortmund. Dortmund, yeah, because they don't have Haaland anymore. It's probably not going to be an easy save, Dortmund. Let's quickly run through these. Closing down left foot. No. Probably not an easy save, Dortmund. So, yeah, Dortmund could be a good one. Could well be a good one. And then this guy, bags of pace. But we'll turn him onto his right foot. Why is he one hard tackle, everyone? Doesn't make any sense. Close him down. Left foot. We'll just close him down. We don't really need to. He's not that creative, so we don't need to worry about his foot. We'll type mark this geezer and hard tackle him. And then Caballos is also very creative player. His vision's not brilliant, but his bag's a flair. He's got very good. See, we need to take him out of the game. So we'll type mark him left foot. We don't want to be giving him space. Let's take him out of the game if we can. And so far, our two midfielders are doing very well in that regard. He's not very strong. He's not very brave. His concentration is poor. So we will close him down, right foot, and hard tackle him. And the other winger, yeah, not very fast. Dribbling is good though. But we'll close him down. We'll just close him down. His dribbling is good, but we'll have to be careful there. And this geezer is a good player. And we really need to type mark him. Just type mark him. Don't want to hard tackle him. I don't know why assistant managers seem to be obsessed with hard tackling. And one of the other things in FM22 they were obsessed with was when you played Liverpool, every single assistant manager would tell you never press Van Dijk. Absolute disaster happens if you take that advice. So yeah, I will tell them this time, expecting to see a win here. Because we're clear favourites and we should be winning this. Good but bad. Explain more, Middlesbrough. What is what is the good and what is the bad? When my video comes out, I'm working on ideas for the video of what I want to see changed and what I like and what I want to see changed. There's so many things that I would like to see changed as against the things that I like. Come on, Cherlinoff, you've had a good international game. Let's show it for Burnley. And so far, we've just taken the game to them. We've had all the possession, and we've had all the shots, but none on target. And this, again, it's an extreme worry. I just want to have a look at Musa. Is it right to play him as an advanced forward? I don't want to give away any secrets, but I mixed things up with Norwich because of the bad start we've had. It seemed to work. And Musa might be having a problem because they're tight marking him. And I think that was what the problem was with Wilden this season. He was just being marked out of games. So I changed what Wilden was doing. And he's just banging the goals in again. Oh, come on. We must score. Finally, we've scored. Got to keep this lead, boys. Keep this lead. Oh, for the first time, I've got stream health is poor. This is not good. Because I have a cable that goes all the way. I'm just going to check the speed. I would wonder why that is happening. Download speed is like rocket speed. It doesn't look like it's my end. It's probably YouTube that is causing the error. Check the upload speed now. Upload speed is 6.5, so it's not my end. So if you're having a stream problem, guys, it's YouTube. What's been happening? The European licensing stuff is good. Players, tactics. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. The research done into the players is amazing. Tactically, it is a good game. If you invest time in tactics, you'll see how it works. But yeah, the things, there are so many odd things in this game. Communication is awful in the game. Communication is just so old now. It should be much better now than it was when they introduced it. And the communication just doesn't make any sense at all. With AI the way it is at the moment, they should be doing a much better job of the communication. Oh, we got a highlight from the kickoff. The last time that happened, Crystal Palace scored. So should I tell these boys to focus? It's a bit late now, because you shouldn't actually give a touchline shout during a highlight. But the last time there was a highlight in the kickoff, Crystal Palace scored. Is that going to repeat, I wonder? Or are we going to get one? Which would be even better. Ball over the top. Belgarda, come on. No pace there. What's the matter with him? The boy's got pace. Why didn't he use his pace? Got totally outrun by a centre-half. Are we playing out of defence? No. Shouldn't be. That's a beautiful pass. Now here he is, Belgarda. Pay your money. Yes! Give us some of that transfer fee back. 2-0. Yeah, I've had 2 errors, in fact, but I've just tested the speeds this end during the last error, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's really fast. So it must be YouTube is having trouble uploading it. It's the YouTube servers this time, not mine. That was beautiful pass. 2-0, and we're up to 9th. That'll be good news. Believe. We've got to believe. Here's Bellegarde. He's starting to play well. Let's get hold of this ball. Get it in. Get it across now. Nice. Not nice. Leonardo finds Jamal Lewis into the box. 3-0. I love it when a plan goes right. Now we are. I asked Cherlanoff to give me something after his international. 3-0. There's no grinding out results here. That was nice. Lovely volley. Controlled volley. No wonder Fulham are at the bottom of the league. 19th. But that's good. We've jumped up above Crystal Palace now. Got West Ham, Wolves, Manchester City in our sights now. Manchester City down in 6th. 16 points from 9 games. That's very good. Did we beat Manchester City? I think we did, didn't we? Did we beat Manchester City? Yeah, we beat them 3-2, didn't we? That's why they're not doing very well. Because they lost to Burnley. So we'll give Kirkin. We need to get Kirkin back into fitness. What's wrong with my mouse? Come on. Just go over there. Kirkin. Tired. Cherlanoff is tired. Larson can come on for Cherlanoff. Amadozic is playing well enough for centre-back. You shouldn't really need to take a centre-back off. But what you can do with a centre-back, if he's tired, just go in here, take that off, trigger press less, ease off the tackles, dribble less, shoot less often. In other words, don't do anything. Just sit there and don't do anything. And that's how you get through extra time as well. The number of games that I win getting through extra time is nobody's business, and it's just simply help these players to get through if they're tired. You can also help them in extra time with your team instructions. Just slow everything down, make it slower to help them out. Gregera probably needs a rest, doesn't he? But I don't have anyone I can bring on, unfortunately. Which is bad news. Masuega the same. Bellegarde. I don't really want to take these guys off when they're playing well. So we'll just leave it as we are at the moment. Cherlanoff was the one who was tired. 3-0 though, that's pretty good news. But we need to build on this. It's no good getting one win and then losing the next two. We need to put a run together. Oh, I say. That was a bit of a shot. Leonardo trying to turn on a sixpence there. Couldn't do it. We do need to make some substitutions, but I don't know who to substitute. We do have a free kick. Oh, what a chance. What we could do, and I think we might, just for laughs, we'll go and shut things down. Come off the counter press. We'll still counter. Just come into a low block. Shut things down a little bit. Preserve some energy. No need to do anything against Fulham. It's for Fulham to score 3 goals in the last 10 minutes, not for us. Who was that? Costinia's trying to get sent off. I think we probably need to substitute him off, don't we? Did we already change the right back and he's got booked already? Here's Leonardo. Come on, this is your chance. Can't do it. Hit the post. I think, yeah, we do need to get Coutinho off, don't we? He's looking like he's going to get himself sent off. Connor Roberts can come on and have 5 minutes. Phillips can come off. Gabbia can come on. Leonardo is tired now. But he's going to have to stay on. I don't know what... Oh, did my assistant do the subs bench again? Idiot. 3-0. I'll take a 3-0. But I want to close the game out. I don't want to start leaking goals like we did against City at the end of the game. Just see the game out now. Take your time. Nice pass. Oh, we've hit the post again. Like, how many times do teams hit the post or hit the bar? It's bonkers. We've certainly controlled this game. 61% possession. We've had much better XG. We haven't got a lot of shots on target, but we've created good chances. It looks like another one coming up here, but well defended. It's a bit narrow, that was. We were to think about spreading out a little bit up front. That was a bit narrow. There's the inevitable late goal that we give away, even though I just closed the game down. Idiots. I don't want to see that. Like, just every time I close the game down in this save, I'm not going to do it next time. But we are seeing this game out now. It's coming up to full time. It is full time. I'll take a 3-1 win. In not a friendly, I've beaten... I had a 7-2 or a 7-1. I had a 7-1 in the Champions League with Benfica one season. I think that's my highest score in a competitive game, not including friendlies. Yeah, 7-1 was with Benfica. That was a good win for us, boys. So we have beaten Fulham, but all the other teams have to play. Now, how many points did I say we would get from those 4 games? From those 3 games? 4. So that means we'll lose the next one. Pretty sure we will lose our next league game. I said we'll be lucky to get 4 points out of 9. We've got the 4 now. So I'm guessing we'll lose the next game. Everybody's training well. There's no gotta be 10-0 versus Man City versus Barcelona in the Champions League. That's awesome. Actually, only a 7-1 is my best. In 23, I've had bigger wins in previous saves, but in 23, I think it's only 7-1. But I think, yeah, I mean, I've done up to 12, I think, in 22. I think we had, I had a 12-0 victory against someone in 22, but 23 is just a 7-1. 10-0. That's like, oh boy. It just goes to show how FM favours English teams in Europe. Although I have to say that has stopped in FM23. FM no longer favours English teams in Europe. FM actually favours Bayern Munich in Europe now. It is very hard to beat Bayern Munich. But in 23 I have done it I've done it quite a lot. Andrew, my friend, how you doing? Good to see you. Glad to see you've made it. How was your day, Andrew? Is this the international break? I'm getting so confused. Don't mention Bayern Munich. I know it's a bit of a it's a bit of a tough one for you, that. If I start saying Bayern Munich, Bayern Munich, Bayern Munich, Bayern Munich, Gobby's gonna get upset. Well, that serves you right for doing a German save, Gobby. They're always going to be a tough nut to crack. Are we? No, we're not in an international break. It just feels like we are. Oh, the teams around us all lost then. Crystal Palace drew. Aston Villa. What happened to Aston Villa? They drew as well. It's always going to be hard. It's like you had the same problems, Gobby, with Ajax when you were doing Canberra. And people will have the same problem with Manchester City in the Prem. And that's quite realistic. It's one part of the game that is quite realistic. Well, it's very kind of you to say, Andrew. So what is your save at the moment, Andrew? Chelsea 4, Watford 4. What a game that would have been. So I wouldn't argue too much. If we have a look at the table here, we're not far into the season yet, but the table is showing Liverpool. Manchester United have always had an edge with FM. Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, West Ham, Man City, Tottenham. You can't really argue with that. You could say perhaps Newcastle should be higher up, but maybe they'd come later. It's just hard to break these teams, and I think that, like Porto and Benfica in the Portuguese league, there's nothing else in that league apart from those two teams, really. So I'd say that's part of the realism, one of the few bits. City job could be available. Liverpool, that probably isn't boring, is it? I wouldn't say Liverpool would be boring. I would say, Andrew, that's probably quite a difficult save. And the reason that I don't like doing big teams like that is because the pressure on you is much higher than it is if you take on a second division minnow. There's no pressure on you, really. But you take on the City job or the Liverpool job, boy, that's a big pressure. You're expected to win things. And that's why I don't like doing those off the bat. Later, when I've built up a reputation in a save, no, this can't be happening. I think he'll be all right, though. Later in a save, when I've got going, I'll take on a big job. But at the beginning, nah. Let's stick to my second division jobbies. Some good play. This guy is a good player, Luis Enrique. 14 million. We need to put him on the short list. He's a very good player. 14 mil. How much money have I got? Only 3 mil. But if somebody decides to leave, he's a very good player. Look at this guy. Victor Roque, Brazilian. 5-star potential. He ticks my boxes for a 19-year-old. For that kind of money, I think we have to put him on the short list as well. Oh, he's already on there. Ticks my boxes, that boy. And then we have another Luis Enrique. It's the same guy, isn't it? No, this guy can play further down as well. He ticks my boxes, that boy. And then who's this? Morea, fullback. 20 years old, 7.2 mil. Could develop into a very good player. 17 decisions already at 20 years old. Excellent stamina. I don't know. I'm not quite sure about him. But the other two look like very, very good players. Yeah, and that is a good point, Andrew. Trying to keep players in those clubs happy is very tricky. I mean, I guess you've just got to have a rotation system, and you just always got to be going in to your dynamics and having a look at happiness and just having a look who's happy and playing time. Just having a look at who's happy. These guys are all happy. There's a couple of concerned players. Jamal Lewis is concerned about his training as rubbish. Gregera is not happy. He wants to be sold, in all fairness, but nobody wants to buy him. It's not my fault. And overall happiness, he's content. He's playing every game. He should be content. Gregera wants to leave. He's worth a little bit of money as well. So unless somebody's going to fork out 23 million for him, I'm not letting him go. He's agreed to that price. Buying players for a big team isn't too difficult, but trying to sell, so yeah, selling is a big thing in FM. I don't know anybody who doesn't have trouble selling players. And people who say on forums that I read, oh, I never have any trouble selling players, I don't believe them. I don't believe them. Because I've been playing this game now for 13 years and I've always had problems selling players. And, you know, there's ways to do it that people have found, but those have been taken away. But if you don't cheat, it's very difficult to sell players. Nathan, Gabbia, Kirkin. I don't want to change the team. I do not want to change the team. If they've won 3-0, why would I want to change the team? The only concern I've got is Musa, who's injured. There's another under-20s, but nah, not the United States. Will Mexico be in that tournament? Who will be in that tournament? Costa Rica, Mexico. Well, it's too late to do it. Too late to do it. No upcoming fixtures for the USA. Really? Gosh, that's 9 years. Is it? No, that's 9, 10, 11, 12 years before I began, Andrew. That's like, you're the man with all the experience. Why me? Okay. You started playing in lockdown, Gobby, did you? Well, it'd be one heck of a hobby to take up during lockdown. If in lockdown, that's only a few years, so you've done really well in a few years to learn what you have. You've done really well to pick the game up how you have. Not many people can do that in that shorter time. Crystal Palace 2, Brentford 0. That means we've gone below Palace again, have we? Back down to 10th. Yeah, I think I started watching Lelujo when I first started watching YouTube many years ago. And it was probably watching him that has probably inspired me to think, well, I can do this as well. Of course, I'm probably not as good, but you don't have to be as good, you just have to be different. And that's what I just try to be. But yeah, I started watching him. Musa is okay. So I'm going to play the same team because I don't think we need to change anything. And I'm not going to be cautious. And we'll quickly go through these. He has no pace really, so we'll close him down. And Zamora, he's pacey. Just turn him onto his right foot and hard tackle him. And then Lewis Cook is a very fine player on FM. Tight mark him, left foot. Larma, close him down. Hasn't got the best creative value. Close him down. He's not even a great dribbler. He's a ball winner. You can see he's a ball winning player. So we'll just close him down, turn him onto his left foot. It's a game I'd like to win, this one, just to prove myself wrong that we will get more than 4 points out of 9. What am I looking for? Doesn't have any pace. That's interesting for a winger. So we'll close him down and turn him onto his right foot. Interesting for a winger in this league. Doesn't have any pace. Ryan Christie, really need to be tight marking him. Turn him onto his right foot and hard tackle him. Right foot and hard tackle him. And then Ziyech comes from Chelsea, I suppose, this guy, didn't he? Ziyech. He's not very pacey for a winger either, and he's not very brave or strong. So hard tackle him, close him down. And then Solanke, just tight mark Solanke. And then that should be it. I think probably most people start by watching Lelujo. Watching Italian football on channel. I remember watching that too, Andrew. When the Italian football on Channel 4, yeah, I do remember that. And they were showing games live, weren't they? I do remember that. Started and then playing Championship Manager Italia when it was... gosh, old memories, huh? So many old memories. Well, we're in control of this game against Bournemouth, but this is the big worry. 2 with 0 on target. But I feel confident about this team. I feel confident that it was the right thing to do not to change this team. Just let them play together. Pass the ball around. This is nice. Nice ball over the top. Musa's in. Oh, what a chance. Aspria has it back. Cherlanov into the box. Oh, boy. We're playing some nice football. That's a poor effort. Very poor effort by Masuega. But well, that was good. That was really good. If we can pick up these 2 points now, we could even drift into the top 10. 6 shots, 2 on target, 33%. Come on, we've got to win this game so that it disproves my theory. I said 4 points out of 9. 5 points out of 9 will be very close to what I said. Prove me wrong, game, and give us 7 points out of 9. Or allow me to be right, because 5 is very close to 4, and we still haven't won this. And this isn't very good, actually. Who's not playing well? Maybe I should stop telling them off and drop them a bit of encouragement. Musa's on his bike. Can't get on the end of that, though. Bournemouth going to do a sneaky one. Well done, Musa. That's what I expect from a forward. Tracking back. Do a little bit of work. Gregara, ball over the top. And Musa's in. Must be. Yes! We are ahead. Oh. The referee is running to his usual spot. He's having a word with the VAR guys. It's disallowed. Ah, come on. Just when I thought the game was going to prove me wrong. Oh, look at that. So close. Oh, this is not good now. Corner. Totally another game we have absolutely dominated them. But if you don't score goals, you don't win matches. How many times do I say that? Maswega. He's having a poor game, Maswega. Do I drop them some encouragement, or do I say I'm far from pleased? Far from pleased. That's what I need to say. Need to tell Musa off. He's not playing very well. Also, Cherlanov's having a nightmare again. Nathan Phillips. And we'll tell them, you've not been good enough. Get your act together. Don't know what else I can do. Maybe go attacking for the last 30 minutes. It's not like what we're doing is not working. We're blasting them away. But just maybe the only thing I can do is go attacking. Because miles of space there. What was he doing? Who was that? Cherlanov. He's having a stinker today. Let's get rid of Cherlanov then. Larson can come on. Defensively, we're doing okay. Phillips needs to buck up a little bit. Amadozic is starting to show that he's a decent player. Musa also. Now we're in again. This must be a goal. No. It's just not going to be, is it? So I was right, pretty much. If we only get 5 points from this game, that will be pretty close to the 4 that I actually said we were going to get. Unless the game is going to prove me wrong. I'll say I was wrong if it's 7 we get out of 9, but I'm going to say I was right if it's 5. Headed over the bar again. Musa now needs to come off. He's having a dreadful time. Okay, let's make some changes. So we'll have to play Leonardo up top now. And we'll bring on Bellegarde. Oh, he can't play there, can he? So we'll swap him over with Asprilla. Maswega has not been playing well all day, but I still don't have a midfielder I can bring on. Where are my midfielders? This is really weird. It's because I keep letting my assistant do... I keep letting the assistant do the bench. And he's not putting any midfielders on the bench, is he? I've only got defenders. Oh dear. This is not pretty now. Gregara is tired. So let's change the defenders then. If that's all I've got, we'll put Gabia on. We'll put... Not for Amadozic. What am I doing? Amadozic is my star player. Gabia can come on for Phillips, who's not having the greatest of games. We'll take off... Oh, I do have Devlin. We'll swap those two over. No, we'll keep them as they were. And left back, Kirkin. Oh, boys, come on. We've got to win this game. I don't know if there's anything else I can do. I can maybe drop the line back a tad. Maybe that might help us pull them out a little bit. Who knows? But we're totally hammering them. But that's, again, you can see, guys, this is the only stat that counts. You are not getting shots on target. You are not going to win the game. You are not winning the game. And something has to change. And we're not getting our shots on target. And maybe I should play with a little bit more width. No, we already have a little bit more. Let's try going a bit wider. Play out of defense. I don't know what to do. Everything looks like it's working just fine. We're just not putting the ball in the net. That's not my player. Why should I take him off? Okay, I'll take him off. Why am I being told to take Ziyech off? It's not my player. Has the other manager gone to the toilet? I'm not too happy. Can we get a late goal? Not from Leonardo, I don't think. Leonardo, one of everybody's favourites. Everybody's favourite signing. Why is he not being able to play for Burnley? That's a nice pass. Oh, that's a dreadful finish. That Bellegarde, I don't know why I've signed him. He's a waste of space. A waste of space. See, there you go. I said we should have got 9 points out of 9. Yeah, I keep telling the team I'm disappointed. You were not good enough. And I said it's the kind of fixture run you will get 4 points. We got 5. I'm going to say that I was right there. I'm going to say that I was right. The game does this, and games you expect to win, you're not going to win. That probably means we'll win. Wait, come on, what's happened here? Has the game crashed? That probably means we're going to win against Tottenham and Manchester United later on. Hey Jonesy, how are you doing? I'm good, thanks very much. The only problem is, guys, I don't know if you can see it yet, but the game has crashed. I don't know if you can see it yet, but the game has crashed. I've been waiting here for about a minute. And this hasn't happened in a long time. It has happened once in FM23. And now I'm getting all sorts of errors on the stream as well. That's really that's really bad as well. It's not my internet though. My internet connection is really good. So the errors on the stream are not my fault. The game crashing, I don't know what's caused that, but it is not moving on. The game is not moving on. Oh, my upload speed has gone down actually. But it still should be fast enough. It's 5, but it still should be fast enough. But it's now saying excellent. But the game has actually crashed. Does anybody know how to resolve this? How do you resolve this? The only thing I can do is switch the computer off, I think, isn't it? The game has crashed. And that hasn't happened, well, for maybe a year. I'm gonna throw it out the window. I don't think it's the graphics card. Where am I gonna get this info? System Yeah, there's not much I can do. The game has crashed. I don't know if you can see it, guys. It hasn't actually happened for a year. I think it's the game. There's so many bugs and it's all messed up. I don't think it's my graphics card. My graphics card doesn't crash, except it's crashed once before in FM. But we can't wait here forever. The only way to do this is to turn the PC off. And that means end of stream. And we will then lose this 0-0 result, which actually won't be a bad thing. You can come back next time and actually beat them, which we should have done the first time. Escape. Nah, escape isn't doing anything. Where is the delete button on here? Task manager. Yeah, I'm afraid the game has gone. And that's not good news. So you should have a black screen coming up very soon. The game has actually gone. I've probably lost. And what will actually happen now, because OBS will not restart for me unless I shut down OBS first. So we're screwed either way. I haven't seen Football Manager crash for about a year. But I guess it does still sometimes. But that is actually good news for me, because I wasn't too happy with that 0-0 draw. We'll have to play it again now. The only problem is I didn't save any of those games. That is going to be the big problem. I didn't save any of the games. And so all those games are lost. Oh, you just gotta love technology, don't you? I'm just going to check on the game. I mean, I haven't had any notifications of graphics card updates. And it's been working just absolutely fine for months now. Okay, let's load it up again. But I can't get it on OBS because I have to quit OBS for you guys to see it. And yeah, we're back at the Crystal Palace game. So when we come back next time, we'll have a brand new set of results for these games. I will play those off camera. Crystal Palace, Fulham, Bournemouth. I'll do my best to try and replicate the results. But I don't have time. I'll just like play them through. Whatever happens, happens. And we'll... you can see the game. Because I can't see the game at my end. And now YouTube is giving me these error messages again. I thought this had been solved. It's not my internet. Oh, you guys can see. Oh, it actually has arrived. So you can see it's gone back to where we began. Ah, boy. So what I'll do is I'll play these off camera. There is nothing wrong with my internet speed. This must be YouTube's end. The speed on my broadband here is, well, it's not as fast as I would like it, but it should be able to handle a live stream. Yeah, I still can't see the game on my viewer here. But you guys can see it, can you? I can also see it on my OBS screen, but I can't see it on the YouTube screen. Unless I'm waiting for lag. But it's saying the stream is healthy now, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, boys, I am so sorry about that. Beyond my control, I'm afraid. And we haven't moved on at all. So we'll come back next Tuesday and we'll go through these games again. And probably get a completely different set of scores. What I might do, actually, is play them off camera tonight. I'll play them off camera tonight, and then we can move on in the season next time. And thanks for coming, guys. It is getting on. Anyway, it's about, what time is it? 20 to 10 now. I was planning to get the Brentford game done in the cup tonight, but what a bummer. Okay, I will check that there is no updates for the drivers. No, that's Norwich, Andrew. Yeah, the computer can't cope with scouting worldwide. Oh, I'm so disappointed now. But 5 points out of those 3 fixtures is actually pretty poor. So I'm not too unhappy, because I bet you I get more points now I play it through the second time. We'll come back next Tuesday. We'll start again at Brentford in the EFL Cup, and we'll work through Aston Villa, Watford and Brentford. Thanks for coming, guys. I'm sorry it's all crashed and gone wrong at the end. Technology. That's technology. Got to accept these things. Don't forget Gobby's stream tomorrow, guys. 7:30. If you're not already waiting for it, you should be, because I'm waiting for it. And good luck to you, Gobby, tomorrow. Hope it goes really well. Just relax, enjoy yourself. Let's pop over, guys, and spread the love. If it's his first time doing a live stream. So I will definitely see you there tomorrow, Gobby. All the rest of you have a really good night. And thank you to everybody for supporting the channel, for supporting me and what I'm trying to do. It means the world to me. And we'll see you all next week. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Gobby. I'll see you tomorrow, mate. Thanks, CW. See you on Tuesday. Good night, Andrew, my friend.